Hey guys, I'm back in y'all new video again. This is going to be my 25th video on my first YouTube channel. Hit that like button for me, that'd be awesome. This could be a shout out video for my step granddaughter, Darren. Make sure you help her to get up to 100 subscribers. You hit that like button for me, that'd be awesome. Hey, Vegeta, buddy. Hey, nephew, Kakarot. Welcome to the screen. Make sure you hit that like button for me, and I want y'all to subscribe to my step granddaughter, Dahlia. She has 26 subscribers about now. She still needs a long way to go to get up to 100 subscribers. That's her YouTube goal. Uncle, I kill Broly for my mother. That's good. That's good, nephew. You could take down Broly with your much more powerful Super Saiyan forms. Maybe like Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, or Master Ultra Instinct. Stronger than my Ultra Instinct form. Because Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2s now could be enough to beat a less rated Super Saiyan. I should have used Dragon Fist on Broly. That's what I mean. Kakarot, maybe tell you about this really important when it comes to Dragon Fist, your final attack. The strongest attack of the Dragon Ball history. Dragon Fist is the strongest and most powerful attack in history of the Dragon Ball movies and the Dragon Ball series. You can only use your final attack Dragon Fist when you transform to Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, and Super Saiyan God. But your final form, Master Ultra Instinct, it won't let you use Dragon Fist. It is true, Dragon Fist is the strongest attack in history, but it's still non-canon. According to the legend of Dragon Fist, there were two different powerful attacks. There were three different powerful attacks besides the Dragon Fist. There's the Pantry attack and the Super God Fist. The Super God Fist is the ultimate attack. It's from the game Xenoverse 2, the game. It's so powerful, it can one shot a bot and knock him the point down. So if I fought Uncle Debbie, if he survived with my Dragon Fist move. No. If you fought my older brother Debbie, your first uncle, he will be killed by the Dragon Fist. My brother, he haven't become Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan God yet or Super Saiyan 4. If you Fist against him, it will destroy him. His energy center will be gone. And only the Dragon Balls and Super Dragon Balls can bring him back from the dead. So I use Dragon Fist on many enemies, like Hirogun and Super 17. Yeah, that's true. But not Animated Shimon. Yeah, yes, you did. You did use Dragon Fist against Omega Shenron, Hirogun, and Super 17, but the Dragon Fist only damage Super 17's body, unable for him to absorb power. When you use Dragon Fist against her gun was already dead. But when you use Dragon Fist against Omega Sherman at Super Saiyan 4, Omega Sherman wasn't dead. He was using the power of naked energy by the Dragon Balls to regenerate himself. He was still alive. So is the fact Omega Sherman is the strongest villain in Dragon Ball GT. Stronger than Super Saiyan 4. But not stronger than Lord Beerus. Could Ruby and Sapphire survive the Dragon Phase? And there were some villains who fought survive with the Dragon Phase like Omega Sherman. I don't think so. My nieces, my brother's daughters, your other cousins, they're not villains. It's true they can turn Super Saiyan and go beyond Super Saiyan, but they're not even close to Omega Sherman's level. Omega Sherman is technically the most evil villain we ever encounter in the past. He's so beyond super strong, he can easily overpower us by 10 seconds if he wanted to. Uncle, do you remember when I used the spirit bomb to destroy Montabu? Yeah, but that was different. When you use my spirit bomb against Montabu, you had to get out the energy from planet Earth to destroy Montabu. If it wasn't for Hercule, you and Vegeta and me will be killed. And our universe will still be in great danger. Got one like my new video, that's good. In case the spirit bomb only works on good people, has evil when hearts, when evil in your hearts, but the spirit bomb will destroy you, right? The spirit bomb won't work on me because I let go of my dark side a month ago, nephew. I prayed to God to destroy my dark side. My dark side, known as Yami Mark Sawyer Rogers, he was not a family member. He was my dark side created by my anger and jealousy. For 16 years ago, when I was 12 years old, the time you was not born. It's true, Yami Mark Sawyer Rogers was a terrible villain, but my dark side was never a family member. He was a part of my body. Since now I'm a good guy now. So the spirit bomb won't work on me. But it can destroy a planet. Uncle, if I fought Uncle Debbie in Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, he wouldn't beat me. Yeah, that's true because when it comes to Super Saiyan Blue's level, Super Saiyan Blue is a God Saiyan transformation. It's my favorite Super Saiyan form. Stronger, faster, way more powerful than Super Saiyan 4. But it still has the same time limit as Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 5. Super Saiyan Blue can only last for 5 hours. So I think it's only best not to fight my brother because my brother, your Uncle Davy, he haven't reached Super Saiyan level yet. But if I did saw him go beyond Super Saiyan, he will still be weaker than me. I wonder if Uncle Davy can take on King Piccolo and Frieza and Toppa and Frieza and Cubba and Kale. My brother, he can handle King Piccolo, but he can't handle Frieza and Kale because he knows I won't let him fight my own daughter Kopo, his niece. But I will let him fight Kale and Topo and Kobe because Kale, like I said, Kale is not my kid, so I don't need to worry about Kale. Kobe is my friend Vegeta Stewart. He's a good Saiyan, so I won't worry about Kobe. I'm sure he can turn Stu can turn Super Saiyan too. Wait, Uncle David can't take on Frieza, but in case he will, I was able to beat Frieza on Planet Namek and blow him up into pieces, leaving him into supper. Yeah, you're actually right, nephew. My brother cannot handle Frieza. Frieza, he can transform to his golden form, even match with Super Saiyan 3. Frieza is 60,000 times stronger. Me and you and Vegeta are 90,000 times stronger than Frieza. We can easily overpower over Frieza. But in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, he did activate Broly's Super Saiyan form. Broly buried trying to kill Frieza, but he did beat him up, made Frieza weaker as well. That was funny. But Frieza know I'm the only Saiyan can have a Frieza. In case I'm that, I was more powerful than him and his full power. True, but I was going to say as Frieza knows he can't handle Broly Super Saiyan form, your Super Saiyan form, and Vegeta Super Saiyan form. He knows he can't handle our Universe 7's third fusion warrior, Gogeta. And reach Super Saiyan Blue is a god level now, beyond Super Saiyan 4. In my opinion, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta will completely destroy Frieza. Universe 7 Second Fusion Warrior Vegito is a joke. Only play around and toying around his opponent. Way too much. So, and Besetu, I'm stronger than Uncle David and his wife and his daughters. Yes, but you're still forbidden. You're still forbidden to fight your Uncle Dibby, his wife, and his daughters. You can fight me and your father Bardock and your brother Raditz, but you can't fight your other uncle. But it's fine by me. You can fight your Aunt Fasha, my second older sister. True. It's 144. So I am forbidden before fighting Aunt Fasha. I didn't say you're forbidden to fight your Aunt Fasha, my second older sister. You're forbidden to fight your Uncle Dibby, his wife, and his daughters. Have you been listening what I was saying? You have to understand what most of our people, our family members as Saiyans, are not even close to your Super Saiyan level, beyond Super Saiyan God and beyond Ultra Instinct. And besides, no matter how many times I train, I will never become Master Ultra Instinct. So Ultra Instinct is my final form. And I'm still stronger than Lord Beerus. But I'm still a little scared to fight him. What RB technique Uncle Davy know? My brother, your first uncle, he knows the Kaioken, he knows the Kaioken, he knows the multiform, he knows he knows the block waves technique, the same move the one me and Vegeta and his father and Turret can transform into Great for the block waves power balls. He knows he knows one of my powerful 15 techniques as well. My brother, your first uncle, Davy, he is very smart. Wait, he knows the Kaioken. Yes, my brother, he's aware about my Kaioken and your Kaioken, second nephew. Wow, so has King Kai been training other Saiyans behind my back? My master, he haven't been trained by other Saiyans for 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago, before the Super Saiyan legend was born, there were not any Saiyans were born in that time. He was training with King Yama on his time because King Kai was training King Yama first. He trained me second, so he trained you third. I'm my master King Kai's second student. King Yama was his first student. 2 likes my new video. That's good. My mother Jenny warned me if I fought Uncle Dibby, he will he would get really mad and explode with Max and immense power. Yeah, your mother Jenny is right. My brother, he has a temper. Every time he powers up an insane high energy, his energy level gets so high he can raise his power level higher than 90,000. That's kind of like me when I get angry when I use the super KO can when I'm boosting my power beyond my limits to get more powerful and faster and stronger. So my brother, Uncle Dibby, is like me. He's unlike Cumber. Unlike Cumber, he doesn't control other Saiyans and turn them into evil Saiyans and force them to do bad things. Well, Kakarot, you may not remember this. You should know about this on the TV show Dragon Ball Heroes and the Dragon Ball Series show. Cumber, the Universe 18, the Universe 18 Super Saiyan 3 was already a villain on that time when he was in our Universe 7, less than 1,000 years ago, and he is more worse than in the non-canon Broly, my second brother-in-law. Since since my second older sister Fasha had two husbands. Uncle David could control his gray form. Technically not. My brother Uncle Debbie is a lone class Saiyan, like you and Raditz. Since I'm a super elite, I can control my grade formed by short at the time about 15 minutes by roaring and speaking at the same time. And I'm aware about the Hokari form. My brother, Debbie, when he transformed into a grade 8, get 10 times stronger, 10 times faster, 10 times more powerful. He is. He lost all control transforming into a grade 8 form. He was so powerful, he barely destroyed the planet. I did transform into a grade about 3 times or 4 times when I was a kid. Yeah, because you were younger than 12 years old. And Dragon Ball Season 3, and the first beginning of the Dragon Ball series, the story of you, second nephew, You were about 8 years old, and Dragon Ball Z Season 3, you first transformed into a gray ape. You were lost all control. You almost got everyone killed, almost destroyed the human race on the entire planet. And then when you transformed into a gray ape again at the World Martial Arts Tournament, Uncle, do you know the evil attendant wave? Yes, I'm aware about that technique. The evil attendant wave technique, it can seal enemies 100 years away, and it can kill good people. It's a forbidden technique. Not just it can seal enemies away by 100 years, it can kill good people. That's why the evil attendant way technique is forbidden. It's very dangerous. Huffman someone show up on my last screen. Oh hey nephew, welcome to the screen. Make sure you hit that like button for me, your Uncle Prince Mark. This is a shout out to my step granddaughter girlfriend. It's technically your step grand cousin. As I was going to say is, so it's like the spirit bomb in a way. No, the evil tenant way technique is different than the spirit bomb. Kakarot, listen very well. The evil tenant way technique is a powerful technique. It cannot destroy the planet. When the evil tenant way technique takes that villain to that sealing away into a pot for 100 years ago, the villain is still alive, being old for 100 years ago. But when the person used the evil attendant way technique about more than 5 times, the, the good person will die. It's unlike the spirit bomb. It's forbidden to use the evil attendant way technique. I don't know why Master Roshi used that technique in the Turn of Power. He knows better than that. What that old man was thinking. Yes, it's a dangerous technique. The evil attendant way technique, when it seals the villains away, they'll be stuck in that pot for 100 years. That means the villain is still alive. But that person can't, but good people can't survive by 100 years. For some reason, it didn't work on Samasu. That's right. The reason it didn't work on Samasu because Bulma forgot the sealed note from Master Roshi. When you put the evil attendant wave technique on the villain, it seals the enemy. Also, Uncle, I teach my exit transmission to my mother. You could ask me my permission to do that. I was the one who learned the exit transmission technique before you, Captain Nephew, before Cooler and Cell and Monty Boo. You could ask me my permission. Even my master King Kai knows the exit transmission. Besides, the Yardreds are not the only warriors can do exit transmission. Yeah, you're right. Because the Kaioken does get you stronger, faster, and more powerful. It will waste your stamina after it decrease your power less than a million. Maybe see maybe say about this slowly, okay? Hmm. Super Kaioken is not familiar to my Super Kaioken technique. The Super Kaioken can raise your power a little further beyond Super Saiyan 2, but also it can still waste your stamina, also make you super weak. But Kaioken times 20, it'll still waste your stamina as well. I think it's best to use Kaioken times 1 for 1 day. Besides, we can't risk a warrior being in danger. And also, the Kaioken can can possibly kill you if you use it too much. That is the thing. I'm afraid that will happen. So that is why I don't teach my daughter Kofo my Kaioken technique, because the Kaioken and Kaioken techniques are not always useful. I can teach my daughter, your cousin, exit transmission, Super Saiyan 3, and since she doesn't have a Saiyan tail, there's no need to teach her to become Super Saiyan 4. But I can teach her to become Super Saiyan God as well. If she asks me, her father, because I don't have Super Saiyan Blue. Besides, Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 5 is way more powerful than Super Saiyan 4. Uncle does. Aunt Kelly has to do the same job that my mother has on Planet Pangea and being a butcher. I'm afraid technically yes. My sister-in-law Kelly, your Uncle Debbie's wife, my niece's is real mother. She was helping your mother, Gina, carving food, a lot of food before you were born. Besides, my sister-in-law Kelly, your Uncle Debbie's wife, she was busy carving food a lot. And besides, she is unlike Chi Chi. When Aunt Kelly and my mother Jenny will come and see me, and the nursery castle on Planet Pangea, they did. And when I was going with planets with your father Bardock, and when your older brother Raditz was going with Pangea and Napa, my old childhood Saiyan friends, my my sister-in-law and my older sister been thinking about you before me and your father and your older brother Raditz were gone, and your Uncle Debbie were gone with planets, destroying other planets. Besides, back then in the past when I was destroying planets, I destroyed more planets than my brother and my brother-in-law. Your father destroyed 20 planets. My brother Debbie, he destroyed 30 planets. I destroyed 50 planets. I was technically the most powerful Saiyan of all. Also, I met King Vegeta. He wasn't a very nice person because King Vegeta is like me. The reason he defend his sons, the reason he defend his firstborn son, Vegeta, instead of defending his second-born son, Tarbor, because King Vegeta was trying to protect his wife, his sons, but the reason he wasn't there for his second-born son, Tarbor, because Tarbor was too weak. He set Tarbor into a disparate galaxy for his own safety, for a good reason. So he was there to defend his firstborn son Vegeta, but he was technically not strong enough against Frieza. King Vegeta was a good king and a good father and a good husband, but when you make him mad, he gets grumpy and temper like me as well. That's why he was mean to you, because you said something is disrespectful about Vegeta, Universe 7, the Prince of all Saiyans, and the second Super Saiyan. Uncle, I didn't know how my father Bardock got that scar on his right on his face. Your father didn't tell you that because your dad Bardock doesn't want to stare you. It was his responsibility, a father, to back down to to make sure you and your mother and your brother and you are safe. He was doing his responsibility as a family member, making sure the family were safe. Your father Bardock was a good Saiyan warrior and a true Saiyan warrior and a good man, but he was never a villain. But unlike King Vegeta, he was actually more Saiyans than King Vegeta. So that's why your father didn't tell you about his scar because he doesn't want to scare you. In case I'm a clone of my father. No, you're not a clone of your father. You are the reflection of your father. When I mean the reflection of your father, you're not the clone of him. You do have his hair. You do like fighting like him. You like getting stronger to be the most powerful Super Saiyan in the universe and being judged by elite Saiyans like me, but you're technically not your father's clone. You look like just like your father, but you're not your father. You are you. And also, my personality is like fighting within the race of planets, but I'm fighting someone I got from my father. Well, here's the thing. The reason Vegeta says you always raise a planet and to take action instead of taking pride alone, second nephew, because you get that from your dad Bardock. My brother-in-law Bardock was always reckless, and you have been inherited by your father's bravery and confidence, and as well. But you were never inherited by your father Bardock's leadership. King Vegeta's leadership and Bardock's leadership were different. King Vegeta's leadership was overprotecting. Bardock's leadership was defending. We're trying to take care of planet Vegeta, our old planet in the past, before you were born, and Vegeta and Broly and Raditz was born as well. That was a very long time ago. Uncle was my mother Gina was a fighter. No, my older sister Janae, your real Saiyan mother, was not a fighter. She was said to be a kind-hearted Saiyan woman, trying to protect you and Raditz for a good reason. But she did agree with your father Bardock to send you to another planet with weak warriors, or humans. A power less than 1,000, not strong enough to hurt you. But your mother cared about you and your brother Raditz a lot. But seeing you by doing your responsibility as a very good, I think your mother will still be proud of you in my opinion. Besides, here's the thing: when your older when your older brother Raditz was a villain in Dragon Ball Z Season 1 of the Saiyan Saga, yeah, I know he made mistakes. He tried to get you and your nephew go unkilled and try to wipe out the human race. But in the fields where Raditz turned good, your older brother Raditz feels sorry that the death of you. And he was trained by the Sea Fighters, and he did help you on planet Namek to fight against Frieza. But Vegeta taught Uncle Why was my mother Gina was worried about my father sending me to another planet. I have no other choice to tell you about this, and and since you're older enough to know the truth, and I hate to say this, but it's time for you to know the truth, second nephew. It wasn't this long a time ago before Frieza destroyed our home planet Vegeta. Your father Bardock knows what Frieza was up in something. The Frieza forces surrounded our universe surrounding our universe sevens break your home planet Vegeta. Your mother Jine went to go with planet Earth with your father and you, and used the Dragon Balls to bring Raditz on planet Earth as well. When you and Raditz were little kids, your mother Jine was worried about sending you to another planet because she knows the time was come of our Saiyan race was were about to come to an end. And then after our planet was destroyed, it was the last time I saw my older sister Jenny was killed by Frieza, and made me very mad. I was furious, filled with anger and jealousy of the loss of the death of my older sister Jenny. Then a few years ago later, after you meet Vegeta, I came on planet Earth to visit you. And I heard Trunks defeated Frieza as the third super as the fourth Super Saiyan. So it was your father and your mother's decision to set you to planet Earth. They don't have another choice. my brother-in-law Bardak's decision was the difficult decision he has to make. It's kind of like my decision. But your mother Gina wasn't go against your father's decision, but she stared by losing you and your brother Raditz. So Frieza did encase the fear of the legendary Super Saiyan, have great power to destroy Frieza. He will be erasing our entire home planet, along with my father and my mother. Yeah, that's right. Frieza was stare of both of the Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan God. Vegeta's father, King Vegeta, wasn't dead by the explosion on planet Vegeta. He was dead inside of Frieza's spaceship when he was trying to save Vegeta when Vegeta was 12 years old in the past. Flashback in Dragon Ball Z Season 3 and the Frieza Saga. King Vegeta was 40 years old when he died as the ruler of planet Vegeta as king. But I agree with Frieza. King Vegeta was a good ruler and a good father. But he did have a choice to make a noble choice to save his son Vegeta. But he was unlike your father Bardock as well, my second nephew. Why we all have to pay for that? Why we all have to pay for that Frieza? Over the years, over the years, after the Saiyan Top of War, we Saiyans in the past we was the strongest race in the entire universe. Power littles beyond 4,000, far beyond Nikians and humans. And then after Frieza and his father came on planet Vegeta to give us scouters a reward by destroying planets. Frieza speaking very straightly. He do realize our people, the Saiyans, were a part of his Frieza force in the past. So he used his Death Ball to destroy more than 90,000 Saiyans of our own people and our own kind, second nephew, with the wrong reason. But Paragus wasn't happy about the decision by King Vegeta set Broly away from to the planet Vampire as well on the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie as well, and on the South Galaxy in our Universe 7, far away. I'm going to eliminate Frieza for good. That's good. Besides, Paragus was stronger than your older brother Raditz, but he was never stronger than King Vegeta and or your father Bardock. King Vegeta Paragus was technically one of the weakest Saiyans, a power little 6,000. In my opinion, a power little 6,000 is a weak level. And I know your cousin Kofol's home planet is planet Sadala. I wish I could take take back into the past and before Frieza destroyed our real home and helped my dad to push back the supernova away. Kakarot, my second nephew, there's two ways you can go back in time a long time ago, back into the past. You may have to take Whis or take Trunks' time machine spaceship to turn back to the past, the time when Frieza was about to destroy our home planet Vegeta. It was technically a very terrible past. I still remember that time, but that past memory in my head has has stared me a lot when I was asleep. So I want to forget about that past. Was Aunt Marcia was on planet Vegeta when Frieza blew it up? No. My second older sister Fasha, your first your first aunt, she was killed by Dodolia's man on Plant Meat. When I heard about the death of my second older sister, I was shocked. My older sister Fasha was a true Saiyan warrior like me, with a power level 2000. She was with your father Bardock and Tora, Snookis, and Burgos. She was the member of your father's crew. That planet meets. I know. I was going to say this. I'm about to say this, Kakarot, second nephew, and listen well. Planet Meat has been a dangerous planet for over than 20 years. From that planet. That planet should be being destroyed a long time ago, but King Vegeta hesitates to destroy that planet. I don't know why he hesitates to destroy that planet. But if he were smart, he would destroy that planet a long time ago. He could easily destroy planet Vampire if he wanted to. So the only two planets are forbidden to go there is Planet Vampire and Planet Meat. I'll try to figure out to try to see these Saiyans have in the past and still hurt. See the past again. Is that your decision, second nephew? I'm not going to get in your way. It's time for you to learn the history about about your old home planet, planet Vegeta. How the day you were born and how the terrible past begins by Frieza's terrible wrath. Uncle, do you know about the Saiyan Ukari? Yes, I know about the father of all the Saiyans. He is from Universe 18, the 18 universe. He can transform into Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, and Ultra Instinct, and Master Ultra Instinct. He's the one who created Master Ultra Instinct. He's even stronger than me. I don't think so, Kakarot. The father of all the Saiyans is more than 90,000 stronger. His power is 10,000. His when he transformed the Master Ultra Instinct with anger, his black purple Saiyan armor was way different than my Saiyan armor. And he looks like just like Broly as well. But he has one scar on his face as well. It's forbidden to fight the father of all of our people, the Saiyans. So King Vegeta isn't the father of all of the Saiyans. Akari is the true father of our Saiyan race. That is very correct. King Vegeta was never the father of our Saiyan race. King Vegeta was the ruler of our Saiyan race. Akari was the father of our people, the Saiyans. 1,000 years ago, generations before Yamoshi was born, Cumber was born, every other Saiyans of Universe 6 Saiyans, Universe 13 Saiyans, us, the Universe 7 Saiyans, and the Universe 18 Saiyans were born. Uncle, why do people say I am neutral cold? Hmm. Maybe think about this. Then I'll tell you. And then I'll tell you, second nephew. Hmm. Neutral cold. I think I'm familiar of that word. All right. The reason they call you nurture cold is because they thought you were a villain. They thought you were a bad Saiyan like Broly, Paragus, his father, and Turris and Goku Black as well. They said there was a man the size of that hit his head as a child. Yeah, because when you were about 3 years old, you did hit your head in the waterfall as 3 years old when you were adopted by your step grandfather, the one you called Grandpa Golan. You're saying you're saying program memory was messed up, and after that, you were still violent, but you became kind-hearted instead being evil, and after that, you did become a happy, loving boy, my second nephew. If you didn't hit your head, you would be an evil Saiyan like Broly, his father Paragus, Humber, and also Turris and Goku Black as well. You would wipe out the human race. You wouldn't marry Chi Chi, Gohan, and Goten would not be born. Raditz wouldn't marry Launch. Launch would be born. Gohan wouldn't marry Fidel, and your granddaughter Pan would not be born. So I turned into I turned from being a wild Saiyan child into a Pearl Heart Saiyan. Yes, you turn into a wild Saiyan child into a Pearl Heart Saiyan. Pearl Heart Saiyans, like your mother Jinne and your aunt Kille, want to live in peace, are tend to be are good Saiyans. And since your older brother Raditz and Dragon Ball All he's a good guy now, and he's not killing humans no more. He's still protecting his wife Lunch and his daughter Runch as well. Makes him a good guy. Besides, I am familiar about your past, second nephew. His Uncle Dibby is a good Saiyan. My brother, your uncle, yeah, he's a good Saiyan. He's not a villain. He doesn't destroy planets no more. He still live with his wife and his daughters. Your aunt Kelly and your cousins. Why you even ask that, second nephew? this carries I sense a bit evil from David. My brother may have get angry a lot and grumpy a lot. I'll go 1 second. I'm about to brain my mother. Don't end the screen. I was going to say is my brother Dibby, your Spurs uncle is not a villain. You can get angry and grumpy a lot, but he's not a bad guy. But if you want to bring your mother, that's okay by me. Gosh, could wait till I get done talking. That is kind of rude. I will send the link of this live stream to her. All right. Oh hi sis. Welcome to screen. Make sure you hit that like button for me, your little brother. I'm gonna make you a mod soon. I appreciate that, big sister Jenny. This is a shout out video to my step granddaughter Deha, your step great niece. And I want you to subscribe to her too. I'm so tired. Yeah, I know her. How many times did I told you? Your Aunt Kelly was not a warrior. He was a kind-hearted Saiyan like your mother Jenny, my older sister. Because I'm trying not to lose control of my temper. But you and me and Raditz and Bardock for the rest of the family were born on planet Vegeta. Yeah, Kakarot. See, my older sister Jenna, your mom is right. But your Aunt Kelly was definitely not a warrior on our home planet Vegeta. I'm going to deal with my own. I'm going to do with my own second nephew. This is this is embarrassing. Also, Dragon Ball Super is coming back this year. I know, and I may have to train my first nephew Raditz, and I may have to train my great niece Runch as well. It's just being a family member of our own family. It's hard, but I can get furious, but very easy. Also, Uncle, you did tell my mother that if I use the Dragon Fist on Uncle Davy, he will die. Whispers. Because the reason I didn't tell my older sister Jenny about that because I don't want to scare my older sister. So I decided to keep a secret and decided to back down. It was my decision. It's my decision, my second nephew. Kakarot, it'll be wise. It'll be wise to respect people's decision. But I am stronger than my uncle Dibby. I am stronger than my brother Dibby. I destroy more planets than my brother. I am I am the most powerful Super Saiyan in the universe. No other Saiyan can stand my rage wrath. And besides, not even Vegeta's father, King Vegeta, keep up with my stronger power little. So I will say I could easily beat my brother Davy if I wanted to, but but I can't because I'm a little scared of my brother. So I decide not to fight him. Davy is just rusty now. My older brother needs to train more. How embarrassing! then I have no other choice. Maybe it's just rusty and old now. I'm not mad if our older brother Debbie, sister Jenny. I'm embarrassed uh, how the way our brother Debbie is getting rusty. So I have no choice to train our brother. I'm gonna show him how to become Super Saiyan 4. Besides, I can easily transform to Super Saiyan 4 with block sways if I wanted to. There should not be any trouble by transforming to Super Saiyan 4. But again, weaker, that's embarrassing. Maybe could be Cumber. Older sister Jenny, I know that. Cumber is dead now. He was killed by Cooler in Dragon Ball Heroes episode 12. But and since and since Cumber is dead, I don't think I don't think my I don't think my older brother DB and Cumber will fight again. So I will train our brother to become a Super Saiyan 4, stronger than Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, I know, sis. I haven't forgot about Frieza did to our home planet Vegeta. The way he did to you too. I was I was scared and shocked when Frieza did to our planet. That was a long time ago. This is the future now. So I don't care about the past, but I do care about our family, older sister Jenny. When he was a kid, he also forgets. Uh, Kakarot, do not mention the first Super Saiyan God, Yamoshi, to your mother Jenny. Ow, that hurt. I'm okay. Just hurt my head skin. I'm a little reckless, like my brother-in-law Bardock. Don't worry, older sister Jenny. I will watch over older brother Dippy. I'll do my best I can to train him the best I can. I think it's time to end my video right here, right now, because I gotta take my medicine. I got other YouTube work need to deal with. I got other things need to deal with because I'm a very busy warrior man. Oh, I wonder what my mother and my and Fasha are going to do. Okay, see you, Uncle. I had to go train with the gods. All right, second nephew. I'll see you on my live screen about next week. All right, I'll see y'all about next week. So y'all have a good weekend.